Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but to but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing us with the Spirit to do this lesson, for blessing me with the Spirit to do another lesson, to feed the flock, feed the sheep. And that scripture is speaking of nobody other than the so-called white man, Esau Edom, because he's the most proud and he's transgressive by his wine, meaning his philosophy, his talk, his laws, his being. He's just a cursed people, man. You can't believe what he says. And we're at his end. So in this video, you got his what they call it? His other half, the Edomite woman. And the list goes down as the most proud is the Edomite man. Then comes the Edomite woman, the so-called white woman. And then it's the so-called black woman, right? So those are your top three most proud on the planet, right? So throughout history, Jake has been put to death because of the so-called white woman, man. You know, when you look back at Emmett Till, Tamir Rice, a lot of these Jakes have been put to death for the lies of so-called white women, man. And you got this trend going around where you got the Edomite woman who's immersed, with Jake, and she loves Jake, and she expresses her feelings for the so-called black man, right? But throughout history, the so-called white woman has always been dangerous to the so-called black man. Even in slavery, when Jake was in slavery, man, the Edomite woman would love Jake so much as a slave that she would pretty much give up everything to be with him, man. She would go into slavery with him. She would have kids by him. They would cast her out. So there's always been that attraction to Jake from the Edomite woman. It's just, when they have a system that backs them, and them being used as a pawn, as a trick in the trick bag, Jake usually falls for the trick, and that ends one of two ways: either they go to jail for a very long time, or they're put to death. Some are speculating that whole Nolan Wells situation started over a Edomite girl, and they were upset. So, yeah, man. But this is a clip, a short clip on how these Edomite women really feel, man. They are very proud. They are puffed up. A lot of them, they are very evil, man. Right? Very evil. And Jake don't need to get caught up, in that whole trend with, the Edomite woman, man, liking them or loving them or or what's the word? Uh, being thirsty for them. I'll just say that, you know. But a lot of these women, they speak on how they feel, man, how they really are in their true nature. So we're just gonna hear it. Yabba Shemal Shah willing, elect beatified, man. Check out how these damn she devils really feel, man. Check it out.
White people. How? As I smoke my peace pipe. White people were invaders. You took our land. Shut the fuck up. What? Shut up. You were actually conquered. It was conquered. Conquered. Not stolen. Conquered. By the way, it wasn't your land. You never civilized. You never made any cities. You didn't make any towns. There was no civilization until these settlers came in and did what white people do best: is settle the land, plow the land, till the land with their blood, sweat, and tears on the Oregon Trail and all of these different ways that they settled the frontier. Okay? Despite having dangerous people with the possibility of jumping out of the bushes and scalping them at any moment. Okay, so that's actually what happened. So we didn't steal your land. It was conquered, and we actually bought it because white people are nice. We gave you the option. You know what? We'll give you some treaties. You know what? Even though we conquered you, unlike other tribes that would just, evaporate them into thin air, we were like, you know what? You can have your reservations. And in fact, we will give you a check every month. So people, unless they commit a felony, Indians basically can live without having to work.
I'm unapologetically pro-white and proud to be white, and I'm happy to admit it. I find it absolutely outrageous and very racist that other groups of people have connected my love for my people with hatred for them. It's absolutely ridiculous that you think that I can't love me and my community without hating you. I'm not interested in living a life full of hate, but I am willing to hold everybody accountable. And I'm going to hold people accountable whether you like it or not, because this is our country, whether you like it or not. We founded it, we built it, and we run it. See, I don't hate black people or the...
And this is how stupid and uneducated about history so-called white people are. Many so-called white people are, man. Because, you've seen that, and she's very ugly, right? It's the same as this one that you see on the screen, man. Both of them are very ugly, right? And the first one said, she said, it wasn't stolen, it was conquered. But wait, what do you mean? It's pretty much the same thing, right? You killed people and took their land. It wasn't your land. You said that the Native Americans, so-called Native Americans, were uncivilized, and you had to go over there and civilize it. That's the problem with you damn devils. Is the country civilized, man? Is Babylon the Great America civilized today? No. It has never been civilized. It's always been corruption. It's always been murder, death, kill, rape, rob, right? The damn colorful community, it's never been civilized. You call this a civilization, man? When the so-called Native Americans were in the land, they lived off the land, man. Right? Yeah, they had their issues here and there. But it wasn't on the level of you damn devils, man. And then you look at this one. She's saying it's our country whether you like it or not. It's not your country, man. Right? Yeah, you may inhabit it right now. You may be the rulers of it, but it never was your country, and it's really not your country. That's just that's just the Most High having you in derision, man. Right? Because for all that you've done, you got to pay for that. So there's going to be a payback for that. And this is like these devils. They'll get in the comfort of their living room or in their room and talk shit, man. But every time you turn around, the Edomite woman is getting her ass beat by the so-called black woman, man. Getting slapped around like a little girl. So they you know, their actions don't add up to their mouths, man. You know, if they could fight the way they talk, then they will win. But they never win, man. You lose at everything. The nation of Edom as a whole loses at everything, man. And they're about to lose in the worst way, which is their kingdom. They're about to lose their kingdom, man. And there's nothing they can do about it. You can blame everybody else. You can say it was the so-called Negroes, it was the so-called Latinos. They're the problem. They're the reason why the country is collapsing and the economy is failing. They can say all that, man. The fact of the matter is that you are the reason, right? Right? You devils are the reason, man. So continue to speak proud.
Black community, but I do have a problem with black violence, the lack of black accountability, and the black degeneracy that has been spread throughout society. I don't have a problem with Hispanic people or the Hispanic community. I have a problem with Hispanic foreign invaders invading my country to take advantage of my people. I have a problem with them starting foreign gangs and bringing foreign, deadly drugs into my country. I have a problem with 50 to 70% of Hispanics living off of welfare while making illegal...
Who's the biggest drug dealer on the planet? So-called white man. How are the drugs getting in America? Through your people. You damn devils, man. Right? You go to other countries and claim you're going over there in the name of democracy and to civilize things, but you're killing people, innocent people that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You just want to stick your red ass nose in somebody else's business, man. That's why I read what I read first. And Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5, man. Right? Where it tells you that. Let's get it again. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, man. So this devil, he can't stay in one place. He has to be in everybody's business. Oh, what they got over there? Let's go over there and see. What they got over here? Oh, let's go over there and see. And let's just take it. Let's just conquer it. Let's just steal it. Right? Devil, you're going to pay for all that, man. And guess what? Nobody's going to ever take up for you, man. And the ones that do, they're going to die right along with you, man. Right? And the beautiful thing about it is that the Lord said you will not obtain any mercy because you don't deserve any mercy. Right? James 2 and 13, it says, for he shall be judged without mercy that have showed no mercy. You don't show no mercy because you feel like you the big bad bully and the big bad wolf, and everybody else is just, sheep. Right? And you was born to be what you are, man. Manifest destiny.
Income in my country to send back to their people. I don't hate Asian people or the Asian community, but I have a problem with just about every Asian country scamming the shit out of white people. I don't hate Muslims and Arabs or the Muslim Arab community, but I do have a problem with them attempting to conquer us through religion. I have a problem with domestic abuse, child marriage, female genital mutilation, and terrorism. I don't hate Jews or the Jewish community, but I have a problem with them using their power to take away rights from my people. I have a problem with them using media to push an agenda, education to push indoctrination. I have a problem with them going out of their way to disarm my people, take away rights from my people, take away the right to freely associate from my people, using the media to push an agenda. I have a problem with them training other groups on how to siphon the wealth from white people. I have a problem with anti-whiteism and Jeffrey Epstein targeting white children. My biggest issue with these different groups of people is how they have all simultaneously worked together to try and take everything from us after we gave you opportunities that your people never could have. Not only did we allow you to come into our countries and give you opportunities, but we also went around the world and freed many of you from your own people. We united you, we educated you, we gave you unified language, we gave you infrastructure, and we helped you build your own countries. Now white people are at the point where they can continue to allow people who hate them to take advantage of them, or they can stand up for themselves. It's my personal duty and responsibility to make sure that I stand up for my community, and I will never.
And she's literally stupid, man. She has no understanding. None. You mentioned Jeffrey Epstein. You mentioned the small hats over there in the land. You all the same people, man. You all are the same people. And who was on E Island? Your people. The PDFs, right? Your people, man. Right? Who's kidnapping kids? Your people. Who commits mass genocide? Your people. Who set up a system to put hell and affliction on everybody else? Your people. Who set up egregious laws and unlawful decrees to oppress the Israelites? Your people, man. And you got to pay for that, man. But we get it. You proud. And the book says you're proud, man. But let me get some scriptures on pride. This is because right now it's easy to talk. It's so easy to talk, right? And be proud in what you say. But when shit hits the fan and it hits you in the face, we're gonna see if you got that same energy, man. Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall, man. These Edomites, they're hella proud, man. And they don't even see the fact that they're falling. They don't see the fact that they're falling, man. Right? Isaiah 2, verse 12. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. And we living in a time where Esau Edom is about to be brought very low to his natural state, man, because the scriptures to say that they are children of base men. Esau Edom is the lowest nation on the planet. Yeah, he's been lifted up, but in all reality, he's lower than Moab, man, so-called Chinese, man. He's lower than all these other nations, man. He's the lowest of the low, right? Verse, let's get Proverbs. Matter of fact, let me go to Job. This is Job. No, matter of fact, let me go Proverbs 29. Proverbs 29. Right? Salakia, 1 second. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 23. It says, a man's pride, or woman's, shall bring him low, while honor shall uphold the humble in spirit, man. So a man's pride is going to bring them low. And Esau Edom is the most proud, man, and covetous. He sees something you got that he want, by any means necessary, he's going to take it, man. Even if he got to come over there and slaughter your whole village or town or whatever, he's going to get what he wants, man. Right? This is Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity, man. So pride is a sin, man. And it tells you in the scriptures that Esau is the man of sin, because he's always been proud, man. always been proud, bloody, a liar, a deceiver, a straight up devil, man. Straight up devil. Well, let's see his future. This is Job chapter 20. Job chapter 20, and we'll start at 5. It says, start at 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite for a moment, man. Right? So the triumphing of the wicked, meaning the height and the rulership of the wicked, is short, man. It's very short. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach up into the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he, man? Because that's the time we coming into, man. And these Edomites, they going out bad. They're killing each other. They're killing themselves, right? They're killing their families. They're homeless. They ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, right? And yeah, I'll be walking around. I'll be seeing a lot of Edomite women pregnant, but they ain't doing nothing, man. Whatever children you have, the Lord says going to be for the sword, man. Right? So we're going to jump to 19. It says, because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor. And who is that? The Israelites. Because he have violently taken away a house which he buildeth not. She said that they found it, they founded it, they built it up, but you ain't built a damn thing, man. These so-called white people ain't built up nothing, man. They stole everything. Everything, man. They don't know what it's like to labor, but they will. They will know. Right? It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. Yeah, because his soul is troubled each and every day, man. The Lord is plaguing these devils, their minds, right? Their bodies. They're getting all these pestilences and all these, these sicknesses and plagues is on them. Yeah, man, these devils, they're going out bad. So it says, there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in strait. So once he take the lockdown, once he figures he got this in the bag pretty much, and he's locking down the city and he got his NWO set in stone, the Lord said, Salakia, verse 22 again, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he's about to fill his belly, and he's about to set up his NWO and feel like he got it locked and loaded, the Most High Power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, man. So that's when the Lord is going to completely shut his program down, man. He's going to shut it down, right? Job 21 and verse 19, we're going to close out with this. It says, verse 19, the Most High Power layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewarded him, and he shall know it. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty, man. That's what these devils are about to get, man. They're about to drink of that cup of affliction and judgment, right? Because of what they've done on the earth, and they still hella proud, man. They still hella proud. So, yeah, man. We just gonna watch and we gonna laugh and we're gonna be joyous when you devils fall, man. Right? So I'm gonna shut it down there. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua willing, don't let his other Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Wakakadash. Bless me with the spirit to do this lesson to the next lesson. Shalom.